that, but a decent rotation coming
out. One of the teams that obviously the first game matters a lot. Don't want to be one of the first squads eliminated.
No, you don't. I mean, it's crazy right now. Yes, we are still getting into just stage 4. We're just entering that mid-game phase, right? But the zone, the way it is on the map, where it's landed, is making the zone a lot smaller than just stage 4 coming into the next zone. So we still have 15 teams alive, and that's going to be kind of crazy. So I'm really interested to see what's going to be going on here. The north side has kind of filtered out. We don't have that many teams on that side, but yeah, it is going to be Crates as the center of attention for this time being.
Yeah, it seems as well on this northern side there was a bit of a confrontation with Straight Out of Paul and Extreme Ice. Both these teams, they were holding up that northern side, but it looks like SON got the better end of the stick, picking up an elimination on the rotation. So with the zone shift, it actually seems like they might be able to just take this full wipe on the team at the compound. Would be a huge spot for them to play coming into this next zone shift. And the teams on the south side, I'm looking at Titan Gaming fans, I'm looking at KR Esports. You're going to have to start making that move, and unfortunately it's not looking like a pretty one. Now Straight Out of Paul and Neptune, this is what I was kind of talking about. They're going to be making this full execute down onto the compound. How do you think the smokes are? Do you think they could be a little bit better, or maybe they should have just waited on it?
Yeah, the smokes are interesting, but I suppose, yeah, it's all right. It's blocking those sightlines, blocking those windows, allowing them to move up without getting shot at. So, no, those are good smokes there, and the DBS is even better. Oh, but the trade is there.
Yeah, I mean, the pre-nade was nice out of it, but for the most part, Straight Out of Paul has the upper hand with the smokes. As long as they don't get the third party out, they should be fine. Robert trying to play that wrap spot, but King getting beamed from the side. I believe that's MN coming in hot on their tails. A little bit of free fire. Double knock now with Frankie having to hold off the push. They actually made the full rotation around on the ridge saying, hey, we don't care about the compound. We're coming for the Overwatch, and now this is just spilling disaster for the SON squad. Down to Sithuel, they will get a bit of a reset going on, but Manic, they're making all the right plays right now. No other team looking to third party this. They play their cards right. They should be able to full wipe Straight Out of Paul, but a little bit of reset, a little bit of a gap. It actually seems like they might just give this up, wait for them to leave the compound. I believe both teams are out of zone, so now it's just kind of a waiting game.
Really nice for Manic. This was so well timed, so well coordinated. They came in from the right side, as you said. Now those smokes that were so offensive for SON now become that defense for them as they try their best. I think with that zone shift now, best bet is gonna be to get out of dodge as soon as possible. Well, wait, why is he going forward? Wait, we're going back. It's Wancho. No, it's Wancho. He's going on down. It's only up to XO Europe. Titan over here. What's he got?
Yeah, I mean, he's got some frags, but he's got to start connecting. Look at Stranger's BD, nowhere near the teammate spearheading it on the ridgeline. A little bit too far to play, and I think this is a 1v2 situation going on right now. So the EU powerhouse is going to make it work for the squad, and in my mind, I'm not really seeing a way he's able to live for that long if he's not able to get these. And I think one of the strangest BD players in that elimination, if you have like a double knock with the Molotovs, maybe just a little bit too much stacking, so to speak. Yeah. There goes Swancho as well. I mean, you got to cut Pro out of it, leave him to kind of bleed, so to speak. And I mean, this is on the edge of zone. We're still not 0 go out here right now, Neptura. So you're going to have to make magic happen right now if you want even.
Yeah, definitely. Really got a tall order. This 1v2 coming 12K, and he does get, but he's super low. He's gonna have to do something quick. And the other guy has a vehicle.
Yeah, but if he had a vehicle, why wasn't he with his teammate Exo now, realizing he's gonna be winning maybe this 1v2 situation? A little bit of a misplay out of the Strangers BD squad. Oh, look at this, a little bit of a flash. I'm loving this. We're getting real technical with it right now, Neptura. The full push coming out. He's full blinded with the jump shot. Doesn't even matter. Exo clean in house on Strangers BD. Playing from Germany, I believe. Showing out NA right now.
Wait, no way he did that on EU ping. No way he did that. Dude, what the heck? What the heck? Okay, GG's. GG's, EXO.
Back it up.
He lives to fight another day.
Back it up. We'll be getting it going.
Back it up. 100%. It's Dauntless looking to gear up. They're trying to pull an EXO on this one. Zenar, they're pushing in. Dauntless, little Bob's down. Bob's dead. Bob's back to the lobby. It's just Tensa.
Oh, but he got two there. Oh man, this is the man you want in these situations, Neptura. The powerhouse. I think he actually just 1v3'd in here with Bob on the knock. I'm not sure if it was him playing smokes or whatnot, but Dauntless having the player disadvantage, showing out, hey, you still need to be able to execute right, and it's not just Tensa making plays. Casper in a 1v2, unfortunately, only getting the one, now having to play for placement. Almost, they do have 3 eliminations to their name, but with so many squads, especially in this sort of crate area, it's really going to be a tall order from him. Golden, oh wait, Neptura, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure I just saw a Golden Eagles player self-made. Gonna act like that maybe didn't happen, but you know, okay, we're not gonna caw on that. Neptura. I'm gonna come at you like that.
No, we're not.
No caws here for that squad. No cawing here.
The only caca will be the caca of shame.
Yeah, okay. I can get behind that one. The caca of shame.
Sad cacas. Caca.
Sad cause, but for the most part, I mean, they have 3 eliminations to their name. This is going to be just on that southern side. It looks like a lot of people were kind of faulted out, and this is actually, I believe, the 1v3 from Tensa. Bit of a bait nade, spread out, one-shotting both players off the rip, and then, I mean, might as well give this man any weapon. It seems like he could wipe him out with it. 3 shots, 3 knocks, and Casper gets his one, so if it was that same squad, he would have had that sort of squad wipe for the team. Raid, though, this was a team, I believe, that was actually on that southern side, full sending it into crates, leaving the mountain, allowing them to kind of accumulate these points. And for the most part, all these teams, we're talking top 8 right now, Neptura, but there's only 19 players alive. A lot of these teams have taken casualties just making it into these zones.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just trying to look at where teams are situated, and I'll give it to them. I will give it to them, the Gold Boys. I think it is in the middle of the zone. Still, there they are as a duo. No one has touched them, so they're still here. They're still thriving and surviving, and the zone goes straight on them.
Hey!
Enigma. Oh no.
Hey, I mean, they wish they could get that care package, but I think it's fine to leave it there right now.
I think they need to just chill. I mean, like you said earlier, to echo what you said earlier, if only they had a full squad right now, because what a zone has gone on to them. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to be the only ones making plays. The Golden Eagles are trying to make the rotation early. Not sure if they're going to look to try to gatekeep the crates or if they're going to look to just kind of hold out on one of the rocks on the south side of zone, but they're having to make the plays. Old Gangsters trying to send it to the bridge, being gate kept right now by XYQ. Quan now in the front position, not winning the 1v1, but the S12K, a bit of a thirst play coming out, not able to finish him. XYQ down to, I believe, just a solo now on this edge of the river. Old Gangsters duo player up, actually just one, one of them being knocked. And with the zone coming in, Neptura, it's only a matter of time before someone starts taking too much damage to get knocked. Everyone else, though, the crates teams, they're moving out. The river teams are moving out, and I mean, we're looking at Kurt right now. It's a recipe for disaster here. I'm honestly seeing both of these teams probably getting eliminated, Neptura, just off of positioning alone. And yeah, I mean, I think Kiddu, he's just playing for the elimination point at this point.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, he's definitely... okay.
I wasn't expecting that, but the Golden Boys...
Me neither.
Not expecting the full send. It looks like a double knock maybe had a good position coming into these zones, but XYQ, I think, just did too much damage to him. Only 2 eliminations. Really not something you want from this top 5.
Not at all, but we are in the top 5, as you just said. And honestly, One Esports have a really great position. This is such a good spot to have. You've got nobody on the backside there. You've just got one solo player, but you know what? Cacpad's on it. He knows that there's somebody there, and there's nothing that guy can do. He's just going to be trying to get out of the blue, but it's not going to really work. I think he's just better off surviving as long as possible and then, denying the points. So Kadu has got a little bit of work to do, as in stay alive. But he's going for it. He wants the glory. Is he going to get that, though, or is he going to go home in shame? Is he going to go down to a watery grave? And it is a fiery one instead. We're using all the elements here today, Enigma.
I mean, Earth, Wind, and Fire love the band, so to speak, but for the most part, he's not making any music this match, only having 2 eliminations to their name. And we can see it right now. We're talking a bunch of solos. The center compound where Team Raid's at, that's a solo. Titan Gaming able to come in with solo. The German player, so to speak, or excuse me, the player playing from Germany, solo. We do have a Golden Eagles player just to the west side over the hill. But both of them, I mean, look at this full run and gun sort of area. And if you're kind of, if you're One Esports, you're really going to be looking at, when you want to maybe push the compound. Because if you're the only 4-man team, I think you kind of got to be looking for every elimination point in this match.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, 1v3 it or 4v3 it, it's fairly easy to do. EXO being one of those solos is another thing. Maybe that's going to be a problem, but we'll see. In terms of their positioning, they're definitely at the disadvantage. It's so open here. Now, Freepoint knows exactly where each solo is, but does he know that they're both solos? Probably not. Now, EXO, he's going to be trying to go through those smokes, doing it pretty well here. He doesn't have much of a choice than to use these. Going back and forth there. And almost gets taken out, but EXO's too pro. He's got a squad wipe behind him. He's looking for an escape from the blue zone behind him as well. But honestly, of the 2 solos, this guy can do it. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's playing it perfect. A little bit of a ridge line to work with, and with the 2 smoke grenades, I think he's actually going to make it into this next zone shift. One Esports now, they're slamming the compound. I think they realize, seeing those smokes in the distance, hey, these are all just solos here right now. Freepoint, though, I mean, he's running into mollies, actually. I'm not sure if that's really the play, but, I mean, you're playing for placement at this point. There he goes. Looks like one of the players as well. Golden Eagles was eliminated, so 1v4 situation on EXO. I know you're a fan of him. We saw him pull out the 1v2, but I'm not sure if he's able to pull this off. Excuse me, 1 down for him, but we're seeing the off angles from Poppy Tree Stain and stuff like that. Not going to happen. Of course, One Esports, they came in from the river, full sending it, and like I was kind of making note of earlier, the 4-man squad reigns supreme. Winner, chicken dinner in this match. So good. Really nice timing on that last push to the compound. They've done a really nice rotations, nice spots to handle, nice, kind of awareness of where teams were going to be, where they were all going to be situated, and honestly, just a really good win to kick off the night.
And not to mention one of our few female players competing today, taking that win off of game number 1. Phenomenal job. One Esports, a team that we didn't cover in the pre-show, but one team that we're going to have to be looking out for, obviously, as the games go along. So game 1 is done, and a lot of big performances from several different rosters. Neptune, let's actually go to you, straight out of Nepal.
Yeah.
An excellent game. I believe top 8, if I'm not mistaken. 8 eliminations, though. They did a lot of things right.
They sure did. I really liked what I saw from them in this first game. Again, I haven't really seen them before tonight, but that first game showed me a lot of potential for sure. They had really nice timing. Their smokes were really good. Their synergy is really good as well. You can definitely tell there's a lot of hard work behind this team. And you know what? They kind of got outplayed a little bit there, but you know what? It's good versus good. It's not really any mistake of theirs.
Good versus good, right? Everybody in this lobby is good. You'd have to expect. We take a look at our replays in Enigma. There was one big play that I'm sure we're going to see once again. It was that big 1v3. Dauntless going massive with Tensa. You know, versus No Risk. No Risk is a great team, right? You got to hand it to them. They have a decent game, 1 eliminations, but they're, you know, a deep run in the playoffs. Yeah. But Tensa, you've competed with him in the past. What kind of player is he? Because clearly he can clutch up whenever it matters most.
Listen, he was doing that back in the day, and him still doing it is just a sign of the times that, see, he still has it in him. I mean, for the most part, we're talking 3 shots and 3 knocks. Most players, they take 2 or 3, especially with the S12K. He made it look easy in that warehouse. It wasn't like he was FVPing smokes. It came down to just sheer mechanics, and that's what he's been known for. He's just one of those players where you want to take a page out of his playbook.
Definitely so, man. At 1v3, you take that, you're clutching up all of a sudden, and people start to get scared. This is that play, Nepturo, 1 down 2, and then make it 3. I mean, for me, that was a beautiful play. Chef's kiss. You got to give credit where credit is due. Casper did everything in his power to stay up as long as they could. Dauntless, a team that I highlighted at the beginning, they don't have the best placing whenever it comes to game number 1. Tensa, the only one to get eliminations, he sits at 3. But another roster that went all the way, well, actually, excuse me, before I get to that Freepoint, I want to talk about him from Team Raid. Freepoint plays well, he survives, he makes some great plays. Now, Nepturi, he's competing, he's a Russian player, he's been competing for quite some time. Team Raid making another deep run, going nearly all the way 3rd place with a total of 9 eliminations.
Yeah, and really, really well done as well. I mean, it was a bit of an oopsie coming in from Golden Boys, right? That was bad, but otherwise, you know, it was all on Team Raid there. They did a really, really good job. So, yeah, excited to see what they've got coming into Miramar that we've got coming up. So, you know, completely new map, a little bit of a break, but we've seen some good stuff from all of these teams.
We have. I want to see the teams get a little bit loose, though. You know, unshackle themselves. I felt like at times it was a little bit slow when it came to this gameplay. Want to see it speed up a little bit after all the jitters. Hopefully they're out of the way now. Maybe it takes 2-3 maps to get there, but 1 map is down. I think the teams are feeling a little bit more comfortable from this point in time. I know we're feeling comfortable on the desk, and hopefully you are out there in the chat. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We've got 5 more maps to go. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Map 2 Miramar coming your way.
PUBG Mobile version 3.3 is here. Let's see how Classic Mode has been updated. First, we've made changes to the following areas in Erangel: Stalber, Ruins, and Milta. The adjustments are as follows. Stalber has been completely overhauled. We've renovated it into a completely new observatory that replaces the existing buildings. Gather supplies and engage in combat within the observatory. We've also added a zipline outside to help you reach the top of the building and return to the ground with ease. Try it out and see what else you can do with it. As for Milta, we improved its layout so supplies can be collected more efficiently. The areas are more tightly concentrated, making it much easier to plan your route. Lastly, we improved the Ruins layout, resource availability, and search routes. Please be aware that after this update, supply warehouses will
They are
Yeah, maybe it was, luck in my eyes. Maybe, maybe it kind of just worked out because we hit a 1v2 nade. Now, obviously, I'm not going to downplay it too much. It was pretty sweet, of a play.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like, even then, just now we're seeing XYQ kind of limit test themselves. Honestly, kind of just ego checking old gangsters. Is anyone going to shoot us and stuff like that? Realizing that they've all kind of converged at their own compound. Just going back to Hacienda. A lot of these teams, though, if you're not already in the middle, a lot of these teams actually, choosing to take the southern side. So I'm hoping, to be honest, I know the players would hate it, Tempura, but I'm hoping to just go straight north, like to water treatment or something, and then we got to see every team make the rotation, because when people play next to each other like this, it gets me irritated, because I want to see teams really fill up the whole map, because on the high-level play, if you're not fighting on the edge, I want to see you holding every part of the map, not just the center, but the edges, and even in blue zone sometimes if it's early enough in the game.
100%. I need to see that control, right? Because it means the team is taking initiative. It means that they're thinking about what they're doing for the next few phases. The zone, unfortunately, is not going to go our way, but it does go the team's way. And most of these teams are actually in that western and southwestern side. The north, looking pretty open, but honestly, Enigma, would you want to be up there? There's not that much.
I mean, if you're able to get into Junkyard, kind of like Extreme Ice is doing right now, I'd love it. I'm also looking at straight out on Nepal. They got a free little rotation coming in. But like the Golden Eagles and stuff like that, man, maybe they don't see the vehicles in front of them just yet, but at some point, someone's going to be stopping. And if they're stopping, that means they're ready to start shooting you. And Strangers BD are doing just that. Now we're seeing NR having to stop. They're trying to off-angle, but if you're leaving the heads up, it's the guillotine essentially at that point. Neptura opening knock for the squad. Actually picked up that elimination as well. So nice play from them holding this compound. A lot of these teams maybe not realizing that this is the congested side of the map.
Yes, indeed. I mean, they don't have what we have, right? We can go, no, go the other way, I say. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. But Inferno's making every single nade matter here. Gatsby down to half HP right now. Can he get this medkit up? Yes, because his boys have come to the rescue.
Yeah, but I mean, the medkit's here and stuff like that, but Golden Boys, they're the ones with the Yuto. They're holding Fort Knox right now in the building, and I mean, people are going to start breaching at some point. They're all actually conversing to the south side or this western side. I'm loving it. Lots of pre-fires coming. They found out they're split too much on the ridge. Golden Boys, Pika almost getting knocked. Actually looks like a teammate's getting shot up, but if you take the fight, Snaptura, and you hit the shots, you're getting the knocks down to just a solo for Inferno Esports. Golden Boys making it look easy with the weapons right now, and I'm not seeing any 1v3 coming out. Only one knock. Huge win for the Golden Boys squad.
100%. And finally, right, the Golden Boys needed a turnaround from that last game, because that last game was slightly a travesty, I have to say. But they brought it back. They've got 4 elims. They're still not a full squad. No, yes, they are. Is that what that bar is? Yeah, full squad. Let's go. So really well done from them. Honestly, INF did a good job there. It just didn't work out for them. So unfortunately, they're going to be the first ones out. And we're starting to see teams hit the hay a lot earlier on this map.
Yeah, I think it's just Miramar. They realized that they've got to really full commit to these fights. You cannot be playing the solo or duo spreads. They all 4 sent it in there. And these teams, they're trying to take the fights. We're also seeing it as well with that zone shift. The 2 teams that were holding up on that northern edge, Dauntless and Manic Esports, starting to clash a bit. And look at that. There's no team around them. This is just a straight-up 4v4 fight. And Dauntless having the opening knock is really going to make Manic question, should we tuck our tails and run, or are we going to take this 3v4 fight?
Well, it's interesting. I'm watching what Ting Ting's doing there, and he is moving around almost as if he's trying to have an escape route there, but at the same time wanting to help his team and see if they can battle it out a little bit. There seems to be a little bit of indecision there, or maybe just hedging both bets coming in there as well. So want to definitely keep an eye on that as Raid and lots of teams. There's 3 different teams here. UL, OG, Raid, they're all coming in here onto the Minas Generalis. Horrendous spot in my eyes in terms of how many angles there are. It's so rough to play. I hate it. Gross. Ew. But you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. There's a reason I'm not pro.
Hey, I mean, Team Raid, they're the ones making the decisions, not me, but I would never be taking these horses, so to speak, these kind of upper level, because as soon as it comes off you, you gotta make, like a 50-meter fall, and then get to your vehicles, and then kind of drive over the ridge. It's not a pretty sight to see. Now, maybe they're hoping it descends on them, but these teams right now maybe kind of pigeonhole themselves if they choose to stay in Minas, but these teams, though, we still have 15 squads. A few of those teams we can see on the right down to solos, or maybe just losing one player. Come down to if these teams, can really put the pieces together and start working into that late game positioning.
Manic just down to a solo there, unfortunately, so it's not worked out in their favor. That solo hopefully is turning tail and running out of there because they need to stay alive. They don't have any elims. They don't have any placement points if they go out right now, but Enigma, it's XO. He's sitting behind a rock, and he's looking for blood. But Golden Boys are as well. Well, before he could do it.
I mean, he's ratting it out. I'm not sure if Golden Boys really recognize, because he hasn't made a single step. Maybe they heard the vehicle come up, but
yeah. Oh,
this could be big, though.
Primed, ready. Shots.
I mean, we gotta wait and see. This is kind of one of those moments where you really gotta hit the nade knock, or else they'll know exactly where you are. He's going for it right now. Ooh, a little early. On the pop.
That's the hit and run. Yep. Goodbye.
Hey, I mean, it's like I said, though, if you don't hit it, you should just tuck tail. They are a 4-man still. I like the idea of them playing a little bit aggressive. Oh! You're gonna have to watch his head there with the vehicle. Luckily, that's not a knock, but Night Gaming, though, that's one of those teams where look at this kindness holding in the zone more, and with the zone shift happening, it does favor their side. This road edge, really an amazing spot that teams like to play, especially when it ends in the fields, because you have this whole safety line ridge, especially if you hold that compound, of just kind of beaming people in the open. They're having to make that kind of death race sort of thing. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. Amazing, by the way. But these squads, they're having to really kind of converge into the nooks and crannies in One Esports. This is that mountain Raid was trying to get on top of. I know you remember that in that first zone, but them now taking shop up here.
Yeah, they have succeeded where others have failed. One Esports on board with them right now. Oh, a nice little spot to that north side of the zone, and they can just squeeze in there a little bit more. They could be coming into a really good game here off of the back of that win. Son of Nepal, next team to fall ahead of Dauntless. Did Dauntless just take out Manic? So if that's correct, yeah, that's the second team they're plowing through right now. Looks like they just found a solo, and it's not gone well for that solo. It's just too much for him to handle. But is that now an opening? I don't know. Sons of Nepal still 3 up on that edge of zone. XYQ now moving into zone a little bit more, but it's tough.
Hey, I mean, these teams right now, they're having to make the move. Dauntless being the ones to take action. Strano Paul, I believe they had 8 or 9 eliminations that last round, so not knowing it's this squad might be playing a little bit too aggressive in my eyes. Dauntless now, they're making the aggression in. The compound is in Neptura. They're looking to take action, and with a minute left on the zone, they're sending it.
Oh, what's really interesting. What's really interesting here is Dauntless are not going to take it. Interesting. Because I was going to say, unless they're trying to gatekeep, because I was going to say, they don't need this compound. This compound's not going to be in the next zone. They just want the kills. They want to clear this out, and it looks like they are trying to get inside zone, trying to do a little bit of gatekeeping themselves. Nice play from Dauntless. I like this here. I'm sure, Enigma, you're probably going to agree as a pro player yourself. you'll have seen the benefits of this.
Yeah, I mean, for this sort of spot, you got the ridge. As long as you're in the spot on the side of zone, where, you know, it's more centered in, kind of where Casper's at, or on that western side, 9 out of 10 times it's going to be better. Because Straton and Paul, they're going to have to come out of this compound at some point. You're going to have to be able to kind of work your way out of these spots. And if you're down to a 3-man, like you said earlier, you're really going to have to kind of pick someone off to get that player advantage maybe. But, I mean, Dauntless, they're not even going to full commit to the compound. They're going to hold you to it till the end of time. And it's going to really kind of be down to Frankie if he can get the opening knock for this team. Or else I could see Straton and Paul just getting pieced apart.
Yeah, 100%. They gotta play this so carefully. Frankie could be a spoiler here at the hands of Dauntless. Dauntless,
No.
I tell you what, they're moving like a pro team, man. They're moving like they know what they're doing, and Sons of Nepal could have a bit of trouble with that. We'll see where this next zone goes, if that's going to be a help or a hindrance here. I don't think it's going to help them at all. Oh, it helps them more than I thought it would. We are slightly in, so whoever wins this gets a free ride into zone. Looking pretty good for a lot of the other teams as well. Minas Generalis, though, Enigma, looking rough for these teams.
Yeah, I mean, there's at least 3 or 4 squads that have to make their way, and it's only going to be UL having that positioning in that zone. And, I mean, I really want to just keep looking at Straton and Paul here. Frankie, the interesting note I'd really like to make here, a lot of teams make this mistake, is where Dauntless is at. Casper's got that northern side on lock. Now, typically, you want to have your team work those sides of the buildings because you have the overwatch, but they're opting to take this southern edge, that edge building. If Frankie's able to even get one opening knock, Dauntless will be in for a huge disaster because then they're able to rotate around. They're able to start really making plays, but looks like One Esports, they're trying to make a play. Rotation, unfortunately, not working out for them. These teams, you know, they're fighting for scraps and little sheds here. Oh! On Hedda, this is the female player. Actually, I believe second most damage for the squad last round, Neptura, so big name coming out of it. And this Shack, I mean, yeah, you gotta be playing for the positioning. I think this is kind of round center zone. So if you're able to get blessed a bit, won't matter too much. But now the Dauntless fight is commencing. Straton and Paul working together. AJ's got the opening on a player. And it looks like actually a second player almost gets knocked on Dauntless. Frankie now, I believe, last player left for the squad, but the jump shot, he actually gets the med. Mid-shot, oh man, that's just troublesome to see. Old Gangsters now as well. They're fighting for the southern spot of Minas. Right down to just a duo. Both players tagged up in the damage department, and 3-point. We saw it last game with the frag grenade. Can he do it again? Not finding it. They need to get the placement. We're still talking top 12 here. Great Elam actually soloed out. Luckily though, 3-point hits the frag grenade on that toss. Now able to support from the XYQ push. And the one thing I hate is those horses is you coming down, but it's just as bad going up Neptura. XYQ having to make the mad push here.
Yeah, really nice push in initially at least, but yeah, it's just another level of difficulty. They came second. Light in this new zone, they've got that advantage. They've got the only buildings, like proper compound in the zone as well, so we'll see what they can do with that. XYQ, though, on to bigger and better things. Next squad up is going to be UL here, and UL, nice little spread from them. The nade is not going to do anything, just going to alert them to a presence. Somebody's here, they can sense it.
I mean,
But
there's a difference between Sense and Neptura and actually looking at them. It looks like Unique Legacies ignoring them, and XYQ, they're both going to have to be fighting for what seems the same spot. I think there's a little bit of a lift over the road, but opening knock coming from somewhere, I think inside a zone. XYQ's able to maybe recognize that. They can get in and kind of start fighting this, but looks like they're actually opting to go south. These teams, I'm really surprised, not fighting in Minas Generalis. And with top 10 still in the game here, it's really going to be a sign of, you know, who's able to really find their stride this match. Miramar is all about that macro play, like you said. I'm really interested in what teams are going to come out on the zone shift.
oh, Yeah, great point. This is really where they're going to have to build that momentum for the rest of the day. It's a do or die situation for this game. Definitely feels like it's going to set the tone for the rest of the evening for sure. As we look at Extreme Ice now, a team we've not seen too much of. They have 3 elims at the moment, and maybe the camera would be better off of them, because as soon as we go to them, Remix going to get Remix back to the lobby pretty quickly here.
Yeah, I mean, 2 players knocked. It looks like they're able to find a spot, and if Unique Legacy gets pressed by XYQ like this, you're really going to be able to start, I guess, resetting yourself. But player in the open, Zuko finding an insane shot pattern going down. Pika now being the one to call tried and true, has to get the opening. And look at this, I mean, it's a full ego fight on the Zuko. Beaming him with the Uzi, but the Molly might just do it with the zone. Only player left alive. That's going to be it for Unique Legacy. 8th place with only 3 eliminations. XYQ coming in with nothing but 1 or 2 smoke grenades, making it happen here on that zone, Neptura.
Again, KR have done the right thing here, right? They've got the compound, they've got the full squad, and they're big chilling. There's no opportunity to chill, though. Golden Eagles, for them, it's all do or die, as they have Freddy is down. Legend needs to heal up. XYQ trying to move in. Still a full squad, I have to say. Looks like they did get a res on here, but that zone's going to be pushing in pretty quick, Enigma.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for them, they've got a buggy. I'm not sure if they have anything more. That's 2 players I guess you could send up onto the Extreme Ice squad, but the problem is getting there. You know, you've got to make it in. I'm not seeing any smokes on anyone. I believe this is actually Trick, so excuse us for saying his name wrong. Obviously, the backwards makes it a bit hard for us, you know. But Extreme Ice, you know, they're the team. They took this sort of shack spot. We saw them with the split. That was kind of making them lose too many players. Now they've got to apply pressure, or else it could be a world of disaster for them. Oh, wait a second. They went for it, but already getting knocked from a different team. KR Esports, this is the compound team. They were pretty quiet coming into the match here, Neptura, but now being able to pick up a few free elimination points, nice stuff to see from them. And with the zone coming in, I really feel sorry for the XYQ squad, because that's a tall order to be crossing, and with no vehicles or smokes, you're really going to be hoping that, I guess it's one of those blind mice looking at you.
Yeah, free kills.
Free kill.
Yeah. No, definitely, that's rough. I mean, I'm not sure it's because they had the buggy. I'm not sure if they didn't have smokes, because that was a crazy play.
Yeah.
But okay.
Maybe they wanted to go like quiet or something. I mean, I guess that's an angle, but
There's no quiet on Miramar. There's no quiet. He's out. He's done.
They're
He's
done.
dusted. Golden Eagles coming in here. KR again. Okay, I'm calling it now. KR is winning.
KR's winning. I mean, they are
KR's
only
winning.
4-man, but they gotta show. I gotta see a bit more life out of them. I'm only seeing 1 elimination point right now. I'm taking a guess. I'm going Golden Eagles. They did decent last game. They got 3 up still now. Obviously, black like that, HP bar is a little bit higher and stuff like that. But this is the squad. This is the squad right here.
Oh, it's going down, not
Maybe
up.
it's
It's going the wrong way.
Maybe it's Caster's curse. I don't know. You know, I'm not a mathematician. You know, Red Eyes was telling me I'm the wizard. Which, you know, I feel bad now, because maybe it's me bringing bad juju. Like a witch almost, but, you know, like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm magical, is all I'm saying.
Yes, you are. You certainly are. I can all agree on that for sure. Oh no, I've cursed them too. KR down to 3.
Hey,
oh no.
All I'm hearing is we have the power. And if someone rubs us the wrong way, we're coming at them, but KR Esports,
You should fear us.
It looks like they were trying to make that sort of action go down. Oh. Hello.
Hello?
I wonder if
Peekaboo? It wasn't Freddy.
I think his teammate and shoot him. And 4 now. Shift is the team at the compound having to make that sort of mad dash in. And look at this. I mean, one from Extreme Freddy now holding that off angle on the ridge, but they made it across the field. The ridge. Eagles really hard by KR Esports.
Yeah, I right, this is interesting because KR, as you said, down to a duo right now. It's a 2v2v3. So all of a sudden, we've gone over from being KR is going to win to IC looking pretty good. Extreme Ice N8. Happy Sour, I saw his name in chat. People are supporting him, but they're kind of huddled behind a vehicle right now. It's not looking good.
Listen, we saw with XYQ in the last zone, they were all behind the one rock, and this is kind of giving me deja vu of that. So hopefully, with this coming into the fruition, I'm only seeing one rock in front of them. Hopefully, they're able to make it to that, but this is going to be the last zone of Turo. These teams are going to have to move in, and I'm still liking your bets you had, Sean. KR Esports vehicle and a few ridges to work with. All it's going to come down to now is if they're able to hit those shots.
Well, notice where his aim is as well, right? He's in the middle, or as close to the middle as he can get. That means he's prepped and ready for stage 9 to come in. So he's hedging his bets that he's going to be the last player in the zone, and he's going to have that advantage against the rest of them who have to come in. So KR looking prepped and ready for stage 9, but Extreme Ice have the buggy still. They do have workable vehicles, which is more than we can say for gold. Oh, Frady. Ouch.
I mean, you had to make it in at some point. Just tough to see from the shack. Little Frady not. Actually, I'm looking at it right now. Extreme Ice has 9 eliminations to their name. Nice count from them. KR Esports. This was the player that was no one. Extreme Ice coming in clutch. Love to see it.
You do specifically, because you called it. When we had top 5, you were like, nah, Extreme Ice. So, you know what? GG's. Well done.
I'll take it.
You'll take it. Hey, it's more than I can say. Both my picks died. That's a rip. I'm so sorry, teams. But really, really good response there from Extreme Ice. They should not have won that at all. Like you said, they had a rock or a buggy. That was it. And they still made it. So well done them.
Well, I got excited for Golden Eagles. I was like, oh, dude, these guys are looking great. They are going the distance, and they did. Second place, I want to say 8 eliminations around there, 7, 8, maybe even 9. But regardless, a great game.